How you doing today, folks? So before we get started, I want to make this very clear. This knife is actually for sale. After taxes and everything else, it was about 240. I am not a retailer. I don't give into that whole overcharging hype bullshit. So this knife you see here will be 180 shipped. Now this was just opened up. I bought two of these. The other one is going to a buddy of mine for review, and then later on it will come back to me. Generally, I got a couple friends that have crazy work schedules, so they just can't ever seem to get in on the whole sprint runs. So I normally will pick up a second one for them. Said friends actually managed to get in on the sprint run, did not inform me, so now I have two of these. And again, I don't deal with that whole upcharging the community bullshit. So this is brand new in box. First time I've ever held it in my hands. CPM M4 natural G10. They call it a Jade G10, but most of the Jade G10s are a little more green. This is very much a blank canvas. If you like it as is, that's awesome. I actually really like it with the M4 blade that's coated. I'm a huge fan of M4. I'm not a huge fan of what M4 does when it gets wet or sweaty. I work in the field, I do manual labor and do a whole bunch of other different types of stuff, so I am not really interested in dealing with that. So a coated blade, absolutely perfect. So I'm not going to cut with this. I'm not going to do anything with it. So whoever gets it will get it completely as is, brand new in the box. The other one, before I sent it out, I did cut with. I actually cut with a decent amount. I was very surprised at how sharp it came, which is absolutely awesome. M4 is a pain in the ass to sharpen. But I took a piece of paper, cut it, folded it, cut it, folded it, cut it, folded it, cut it. Did this about 20 times till at one point in time the paper is about that thick and it still glided through. And I was like, okay, that's incredible. So Spyderco did a fantastic job of sharpening. Their M4 is always pretty good to go. Now, I can't really give this a true review because I can't really use it. A couple nitpicks I do have on this though. If you're gonna have a DLC coated blade with the hardware and everything else, why the hell would you leave this with just silver? That immediately bothers the hell out of me. I mean, I understand that it might cost a little bit or something like that, right? But if you have like a liner lock, for example, there's a liner lock, something like that, you know, it's pretty recessed in there. You might not ever actually see it. Because of the nature of what a compression lock is, though, you see that immediately, and it is ugly. I am very upset about that aesthetic choice. My actual knife is going to be sent over to Fanatic Edge to get the actual liners, either Cerakote, PVD, or DLC. I'm not really sure which, coated, so I can have a nice uniform piece. So before we get too far into this whole thing, please do not comment on the video if you are interested. I'm going to leave my email in the actual description, so go ahead and email me there. I will update this video in the comment section and in a pinned comment as soon as it's actually sold. I do not anticipate this to be around for very long. People don't really sell them at a loss, and this is, you know, it's a sprint run. I've already seen these on eBay for $400, which is what always happens. It's fucking disgusting, but it happens. So again, just pause the video, scroll to the either the comment section or the description of the actual video, and I'll have my email linked in there. But otherwise, I really like this. I do like how this all matches, minus this ugly ass piece. Very, very nice. The action out of the box is a little bit stiff. You kind of have to shake it in order to drop. You can, if you want to, loosen the pivot, but I like zero blade play, and this right now is a rock. So if you want to loosen the pivot, it's not proprietary or anything like that, just a regular ass Torx, and it's good to go. So a couple size comparisons before we get out of here. We have a Custom Knife Factory Thief, which is my current EDC. Thief 523, the big one. We have a Benchmade Griptilian in the interest of the standard. I have a PM2 around here somewhere. There we go. Ugh, excuse me, that was disgusting. Here is a PM2. As you can see, as far as the lengthwise, it's almost identical to the PM2 with just a fatter knife, which personally suits me just fine. Why not? I'll throw up the Contigo. So definitely a bigger knife, not huge, 3.6 inch blade, 3.4 if I remember correctly, might be 3.3 cutting edge. Very generous finger choil. Choke up on it very nicely. Don't know what the hell I just said. That was non-English. The jade is very nice. A little bit of texture to it. A little bit of grip. Overall, very, very enjoyable. If you do want to loosen this a little bit, you can front flip it. So it's not too loose, so I probably won't be able to do it. Oh, no, there it goes. So yes, it's definitely a front flippable knife. It's actually a very good way to deploy the knife. It's very intuitive. But yeah, so as far as generalized opinions, the ergonomics, the Shaman has always been too small for me. You know, I have a pinky and about a little bit more sticking off the edge. But again, you can finger choil it, and then, you know, I'm still pretty close with the choil, but it's comfortable. So, you guys know I love my S110V Manix 2. This will definitely not dethrone the Manix 2 as far as my favorite workhorse knife, but it's definitely a fantastic knife. I have owned maybe 5 or 6 Shamans over the years. I own the Crewwear and Micarta, a couple other sprint runs, just a regular Shaman, a CF Shaman, a couple of them. But the M4 and with the DLC coating to it is probably going to be my workhorse and just beat the hell out of not this thing, but the other thing, which will hopefully be coming back pretty soon. He told me you need about 2 weeks to review it, so that's pretty fair. I don't mind waiting. But I have some amazing coral red micarta scales coming from Shepherd CC, which is Shepherd Custom Creation on Instagram. Great guy. The lead time for his scales is a pretty long time. Make sure to be patient with them, but he does make fantastic stuff. So I will have those in hand soon enough. He said by the end of the month, and I will be very, very happy. Because this black blade with a bit of, you know, freaking the DLC screws and everything else, it's going to look fantastic in that coral red micarta. I am so looking forward to that. So this is going to be a pretty brief video. Again, email me. My email is lanphere, LANPHERE 1988 @hotmail.com. That will also be linked in the description. Be quick. This will not last long. I anticipate this being sold in probably the first hour. So as always, I love you all very, very much. Thank you for your time, your likes, support, considerations. And please do me just as one personal favor and do the best you can to be a better person tomorrow than you are today. And I do promise you to find your center in life. Again, $240, $245 with tax basically, $180 shipped. Let me know. It's a fantastic knife. If I find out you put this on eBay and you started scalping people for prices, I will never sell it to you again. But if you want an actual workhorse and a fantastic knife, then it's good to go. Message me. Thank you for your time, folks. Bye.